By now, you're familiar with a few things about me and about this channel. You probably know a little bit about the medical condition that led me to minis. You probably know a little bit about some of the work that's going on in Western North Carolina rebuilding after the hurricanes. You probably know a little bit about the Junior Appalachian Musicians Organization that I'm actually a part of now. But one of the strangest things that's happened during my planning for the reboot. You see, as I was looking over the analytics for the channel, I became aware that in Uganda, people watched this channel the longest. Not the most, but the longest views came from Uganda. And it struck me so odd that in the reboot that happened on July 28th, I actually practiced a Ugandan blessing, or at least welcome, and tried to welcome those who may or may not be watching in this country so far away from where I am in Western North Carolina. Well, as I prepared this episode to talk about CNZ Audio and their guitars, one thing also hit me. You see, CNZ Audio was a company that was started as an opportunity to expand this entrepreneurship of three young men, Caleb, Nathan, and Zachary. Their initials, CNZ, were kind of the way that this thing got started. They set out to do what a lot of companies do, provide good services, good prices, all of those types of things. All of the American red, white, and blue, wave the flag, tick the box. This is an American company out of Ohio. All of that backstory that appeals to so many of us who want to somehow have some type of country national connection to what is essentially made overseas guitars. Now, of course, I have no issue with that whatsoever. I think that's wonderful. Not just that these young folks are starting this company, but also the way that they're starting this company and coming across their products. While I do think it's funny that J&D guitars also seem to import very similar things as far as the ST Minis are concerned, I thought it was interesting. I thought this company was interesting enough to devote an entire episode to, just based on the quality of the guitars. That 22-inch, 22-fret neck that they have on their minis. By now you know it's also one of my favorites, especially since it's so readily available in a maple fretboard. So I was completely prepared to talk about the product and why this was my second favorite guitar as far as the minis are concerned. But as I was doing my research, I ran across this interesting paragraph on their website that talks about an experience that they had as a family, inspired by music, with the people around them expressing themselves, and I quote, in a way we have not seen before. They were convicted to make a difference. And so they partnered with people who were available, and those folks have adopted more than 70 children and started more than 5 schools, and they have made a difference in thousands of children's lives, in education, but also in spirit. And those young people committed to helping them finish their newest school in Uganda. Of course, it is our nature to make connections where none exist. That is the very basis of superstition. And as guitarists, we may also fall into that category a little deeper than a lot of other people on the planet. But the fact of the matter is, I really thought that connection was something unique. So unique that it was worth bringing up in one of these episodes. Because if you know about me, you know it's not just about me. It's also about the connection that we can make through music. And so, if it were my channel, which it is, I wanted to take this opportunity to just put this out there for Caleb, Nathan, and Zachary. to say thank you. Not just for finding a way to bring these mini guitars into the States in a way that might make them enjoyable for folks like me. Not just for having that spirit to start your own business, but also with the idea of reaching out to help others. You may make my second favorite guitar, based largely on your pickup choice. But you have become my favorite company to purchase from. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for what you've added to, and may you never take from. The Wednesday Night Info Show.